and welcome to Founders Day 2014. My name is Bob Hickey, and thank you for joining me here live on Foxborough Cable Access, Channel 8, Channel 39, or at fcatv.org/live. It's a beautiful day here in Foxborough 2014, and this brings us another Founders Day. What a great day it is to come out. If you haven't thought about it yet and you're checking us out on live, why not come down, see the parade? But if not, thank you for joining us. Sit on back and let's talk a little Foxborough. Great community and a great day to talk about the gem of Norfolk County. And as we welcome you to Founders Day 2014, just a little preamble. From humble beginnings, Foxborough Founders Day has grown into a wonderful celebration of civic pride and a chance for the community to come together for a day of fun, food, and fellowship, sandwiched between the pageantry of a parade and an awesome display of fireworks. The 2014 theme is Celebrating Foxborough Sports and Athletics, and Foxborough-based organizations and businesses are encouraged to build upon this theme as they prepare their entries for the parade. Many are going to carry the theme over to their on-field activities, where nonprofit organizations will provide entertainment, food, and fun for all in attendance. Every nonprofit, civic, and religious organization in Foxborough is going to be allowed to participate, and many will be there for your enjoyment. And they'll be selling food, running games, raffles, novelties, and other products down at the field. Together, the people and businesses of Foxborough all come together to show the rest of the world what we call Foxborough home sweet home and the gem of Norfolk County. So glad you could join us today. And leading off the parade, you'll see the Foxborough Police Department as well as surrounding communities with their motorcycle brigade. Perhaps those of you who have watched me in the past will notice that I am not with my normal partner, Rick Plasmati, who could not be with us today, but I will be joined at various times throughout the parade by, Cindy Haddad Drew, who is our chairman of Foxborough Founders Day, along with her husband, Steve. Also joining me later on will be current selectman Jim DeVellis, who also is a leader in creating the turf field project up at the high school. And later today, I hope to be joined by the parade chairman of Foxborough Founders Day Committee, Monica Fizzler. As we enjoy the police department going by, now would be a great time to remind you that Foxborough Founders Day is not a government organization, but is made up of volunteers and donations. People like you and me who enjoy Foxborough and love what we do here in town. This is our day to come out and celebrate the birth of our town, and celebrate all that we are. If you haven't already made plans to, I do hope to see you down on the field. The Booth Playground field is where all the organizations will be. There are booths, selling things, having fun, and allowing you a chance to get together with friends and family. And then tonight, join the Founders Day group as they have fireworks. You know, here in Foxborough, we don't do July 4th fireworks. We have our own Day of Independence celebration today, Founders Day. And we also see the Norfolk County Sheriff's Department going by. Fantastic to see all the local enforcement folks. Of course, here in Foxborough, we are under the guidance of longtime police chief Ed O'Leary. Ed and his family, with his wife Claudia, who, of course, spent a long career with the Foxborough Public Schools. Truly homegrown, and great to have Ed manning the parade, as well as all the other police departments honoring him and honoring Foxborough by their participation. So I talked earlier about all of the events going on down at the Booth Field. Now might be a good idea to sort of wet your whistle if we could. So after everybody sets up down at the field, which they've been doing this morning, what a great day it is, by the way. For those of you who are expats and watching us on fcatv.org/live, I'm sure that you can appreciate that some days it rains, some days it pours. Today, there's nothing but blue skies and sunshine. It's a fantastic day. And on behalf of all the volunteers of Foxborough Cable Access, we're glad that you're joining us today, either online or on Cable 8 or Cable 39, depending upon who your preferred cable vendor is. So after the parade, which is going to go for about an hour, we hope to see everybody make their way down to the Booth Playground. And the Booth Playground is going to have the nonprofit organizations as well as multiple Foxborough High School class reunions. I also saw the National Guard down there, and I do believe they have brought their climbing wall, as well as plenty of food. I saw the Rotary Truck Wagon. I saw the JCs down there. as well as our own Foxborough Cable Access crew, led ably by our longtime volunteer and team member, Marg Nash. They have fruit kebabs, and anybody who hasn't had a fruit kebab by Marg Nash is missing something indeed. A fruit kebab is the only way to get your day going. But for those of you who are attending one of the reunions, or maybe wants to capture a historical piece of Foxborough, we here at Cable Access produce a lot of material, and I'm sure that you have seen all the great shows we do, but do you ever wonder what happens to those shows? Well, many times we make those shows into DVDs, and those DVDs sometimes get sold and sometimes don't. Marg has, today and today only, a wonderful selection of DVDs of past events. This one I'm holding in my hand is the 8th grade graduation party from 2011. Now, if you think about it, the 8th grade graduation party happened, but those kids are now juniors, and next year they're going to be the graduating class. The only way to capture a piece of that is by getting your own DVD of the graduation party 2011 for the 8th grade. Where can you get these and more exciting historical pieces? Maybe a Charlie Matheson program, maybe a Mike Capola program, maybe one of the great sporting events from the past 25, 30 years. Go on down to the field. Here we see the Foxborough Fire Department going by. Deputy Chief Begley, Fire Chief Roger Hatfield, and the rest of the men and women who make up the Foxborough's finest. A quick note, we again welcome back Mike Wences, who is celebrating his 16th year riding with Foxborough Fire Chief on Founders Day. Also with Mike this year is his brother Tim and Tim's wife Jeannie. Mike, Tim, Jeannie, and the entire Wences family have made the long trip from Long Island, New York, to be with us again in the Foxborough Founders Day Parade. Welcome back, Mike, and thank you for riding along with us. That today down in the field is also a basketball and inline hockey tournament. So for those of you sports fans in the world, go on down to the field and watch a little hoops, watch a little inline hockey, but it's all good stuff to benefit Foxborough Founders Day. Also, there'll be live music on the stage by the Bay State Stompers, and that'll be going on today at the Booth Field from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. We enjoy all the fire departments and then the surrounding towns as well as our own Forest Service with Smokey the Bear riding on top. So in addition to the Bay State Stompers that are going to be appearing live at the Booth Field all day, there'll be the Doll Carriage Parade, and perhaps you'll see me down there. It's not too late to register. That'll be going on from noon until 1 o'clock. And then I'll be doing the announcing at the tennis courts here at the Booth Playground for the Doll Carriage Parade. Boys and girls are encouraged to win. One will win, all will enjoy. Speaking of the fire department, the Foxborough Fire Department will be presenting a Jaws of Life demonstration between noon and 1 o'clock at the field. I suspect there'll be a wrecked car or two, and they'll be showing the power of their equipment and the way they can safely extricate people from vehicles. So in addition to the Doll Carriage Parade, it'll be at the tennis courts. We are also going to have live music from the Galley Dogs tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. I know most of you know that before the fireworks, it's time to gather on the field. Best seating for me is behind second base of the Babe Ruth Field. Many people like to go up to the high school. But the Galley Dogs will be performing once again. Great to have them back. Gordon Wilhelm on drums and the rest of the gang. This local grown group has played classics and a few standards, including my friend George Butler on the harmonica. Always great to hear them play. And then, of course, tonight will be the fireworks display starting at 9 o'clock prompt. It's never too late to make a donation to the Foxborough Founders Day Fireworks Fund, as all of the fireworks, including the rest of the paid entertainment here in the parade, is generously donated by people like you and me. And there go our friends from Walpole, and then our friends from Norfolk come up. Here's a quick reminder. When you're coming to the field tonight for the fireworks, please do remember to bring your lawn chairs, blankets, and sunscreen. And if you're coming to the dog carriage parade, make sure you get that down there ahead of time. But do not bring your dog. Dogs don't like fireworks, something I learned the hard way many years ago with my beloved pet, Lucky. And my kids, Katie and Kevin, probably will never let me forget that I, along with wife Kathy, brought the dog down to the field. Never again. Also, please don't bring your bicycles down to the field. There's just not room. Don't bring your squirt guns. Don't bring silly string. Do not park on private property. And do not park in restricted areas. Also, no alcoholic beverages. Founders Day is family fun, and you can certainly do with just our camaraderie and an enjoyable picnic to make your day complete. A reminder also to donate, because donations are gratefully accepted year-round and they make a huge difference. Foxborough Founders Day is an all-volunteer effort, and your donations of any amount help defray the cost of the fireworks and other Founders Day events. Mail your check to Foxborough Founders Day, 40 South Street, Foxborough, Mass. 02035. Joining me, speaking of Founders Day, is my first guest of the day, Cindy Hattie-Drew. Thank you so much for joining us. It is great to have you with me. And usually I am putting you in a very uncomfortable position of having an interview beside me as we battle the fire engines. This year we're doing a little more classy.
Oh, thank you so much.
How about that?
I appreciate it. Got a chair.
Every once in a while we've got chairs and everything. So before we start, I'm just going to point out that we have the Park and Tree Division going by, along with a bevy of happy helpers and some equipment. Luckily there's no snow today, so they've got the old lawnmower there. And then we have the rest of the crew coming through, but until they come through, Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit about this year's parade?
Well, this year's parade is very, very exciting. We have all of the participants from the town workers, as well as the police department and fire department, DPW, water department. So it's great participation from our town members, so it's showing the support, which is awesome. And then our Grand Marshal today is Gene Conley.
Gene Conley.
Gene Conley played for the Boston Red Sox and the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
And
a few other sports teams, Boston Braves.
Yeah, he's just amazing and so very, very humble and so excited to be part of the parade. So, I met with him earlier, and he was just happy and laughing and enjoying the whole day. Just like, why are you making a big stink about me, kind of. And you know what? He is just so nice, and it's worth doing something like that for him because he's such a nice guy.
Well, that's great. And I think people don't realize that he lives here in Foxborough along with his wife, Katie.
He does. He does. And being that the theme this year is Foxborough Sports and Athletics, we thought that he would be a great person to represent that. And he goes, when I called him, he says, well, I am a Foxborough guy. I'll do it.
Well, there you go.
So.
And of course, those of us who volunteer in town, we can never say no to you anyway. When you and Steve put out the arm, we always say yes, whenever possible.
We can only hope.
Well, it seems to work out, and it's always great having you join us. So let's talk a little about this year's theme. It is Foxborough Sports and Athletics.
Yes. So we're just grateful for the town and then the amount of energy that they put into the sports teams. And with the sports teams, you get that sense of community, and where the children make more friends and they get that camaraderie. And those friendships that last a lifetime and the memories that last a lifetime. And Foxborough has an amazing program starting from kindergarten or even before, all the way up through high school. And then I was even noticing that the senior center is doing Zumba. So the athletics, they just don't stop in this town.
Well, Cindy, that's a great point because with the youth programs that go on, it is not only about varsity high school and sports, but I will say that our varsity girls tennis team won the South District Division II, I believe, championship, and they're going on to play this coming Tuesday against
Congratulations to them. That's awesome.
Concord Carlisle for the
Yeah.
state championship. So congratulations to the girls tennis team.
Nice.
And
That's
of
very
course,
nice.
Matt Shea is a wealth of information. He came up with that.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out that we have, in addition to Gene Connolly, we also have the Foxborough Patriots. The New England Patriots have an entry in today's play. You know, you'll have to pardon me because this is Foxborough. They are the hometown team.
They are our team. Come on.
So for the rest of the world that keeps putting New England on it, it's really the Foxborough Patriots. You just have to get over it. I want to see that in the Boston Globe going forward.
Oh, yeah. I think we should be able to get that spot.
But I do think it's always cool when writing particularly about training camp and whatnot, Foxborough with the UGH is always the identifier in the column. So gives us a national presence.
Yeah, they're able to be in the parade this year. We were hoping that we'd get a little bit more participation on the field, but they weren't able to pull it together to get the right people to help them with it. And so next year, they said next year they'll do that. But
that's wonderful because always on the field, it's a day for the nonprofit organizations to get together and really show who they are, and also a great way for them to make money. So for anybody who's watching, they should make their way down to the field and support the nonprofit organizations here in Foxborough.
well, I'm really hoping that by the time I'm done with the parade that I'm not too late for the strawberry shortcake. You know? That stuff is awesome.
Well, the ladies
And
of the Historic Society always make the best shortcake. The other piece that I want to point out is that Gene Connolly is not only local, he and his wife, but they also started the Foxborough Paper Company many years ago, and they led that for, 35 years?
Yes.
That's an amazing business beyond the athletic story, which is amazing in and of itself, because I think I was reading that he's the only person to have played on 3 professional teams in one city, Boston Braves, Boston Red Sox, and Boston Celtics, and won championships with 2 different sports, one with the Boston Celtics and one with the Braves and that other community they went to after they left Boston. What was that? Flyover country, Milwaukee, right? So it is great to have him be not only a member of our community, but honored today by the Founders Day Committee. So congratulations on that choice. You and Steve have led a great committee and made a great choice.
Thank you so much.
So Cindy, as we enjoy the parade, it's getting started. We now see the VFW Color Guard coming down the street, and they are going to be leading the parade. It's great to see our colors flying with honor. Following closely behind the Honor Guard is going to be the Foxborough Marching Band. The Warrior Marching Band and Color Guard is part of a rich tradition of excellence. The 85-member group performs at all home football games and rallies in the fall season, and also marches in the annual Memorial Day and Founders Day parades in the spring. Did you know that? You do now.
I did. I believe I did know that.
And of course, the way the Founders Day Committee is set up, you have many volunteers, and it is all volunteer-led.
It is all volunteer, yes.
And Monica Fizzler, I do believe, was the chair of the parade portion.
She is the chair of the parade portion, and she does a fabulous job. As I see her walking up the street right now with that very colorful, glittery cap.
When she appears on camera, I'm sure we're all going to say thank you to her next time we see her around town. And I do believe she's going to be joining me at the end of the parade to talk about all the great field activities we're going to have.
That's awesome. Yes, yes.
And I know that you have so many responsibilities, but I have to say thank you, Cindy, because for those of us who truly love Foxborough and think that Foxborough is a special place, Foxborough Founders Day is a key piece of what makes Foxborough special. From all of the different high school reunions that come on this day to the nonprofits and just people getting together, families and family reunions.
Yeah, one of the nice things is I see that there's a lot of people that come in from out of the community too. And it's like Foxborough is so special. It's so important.
Well, I'm going to let you go as we sit back and enjoy the Foxborough High School Marching Band. Thank you, Cindy, for being with us.
Thanks, Bob.
So you're all set. see Gene Marshall, Grand Marshal of Foxborough Founders Day, legendary Gene Conley. Boston Red Sox and Boston Celtics. Perhaps you read all about Gene in the front page article in this past Thursday's Foxborough Reporter. If you didn't, then you would have missed that not only is he a sole athlete to win championships in 2 professional sports, the 1957 World Series with the Milwaukee Braves and 3 titles with the Celtics, he was also teammates with 4 Hall of Famers, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Bill Russell, and Bob Cousy. He was also the winning pitcher in the 1955 Major League All-Star Game. Fantastic. Next, we see the town colors being proudly led by members of Boy Scouts in Foxborough, Troop 7. And welcome to the leaders of our community as well as our state. Jim Timilty, Jay Barrows leading the pack. Our Board of Selectmen, new town manager Bill Keegan. Members of the school committee. And now we have Troop 7 Bethany Boy Scouts of America. The goal of Troop 7 is to have fun, and it looks like they're having fun right now. They promise to try their very best to make every step of their journey organized, safe, and fun. Led by boys using the patrol method under the advisement of adults. Here at Troop 7, you'll gain physical, mental, emotional, and moral fitness, and you will learn to live the Scout Oath. Next, we see Gerald Tribino driving his 2009 F-350 crew cab with dualies. Dueling American flags and dualies on the side. And then we have Bill Cass coming back once again driving his 1969 Mustang. It's a classic, and hear it roar. That's a big tuba in the back, Bill. That looks like a Malibu. They don't make them like that anymore. Next up is United We Stand. Hero Helpers of America. What they've been doing is generating a lot of enthusiasm and support. I've had them on my program, Foxborough Central. Perhaps you've seen that. The organizers put together care packages, letters, and other shows of support for our troops serving overseas. A great hand to the Hero Helpers of America and a great hand to the ladies and those who serve. Next, we see the Pac 70 Cub Scouts. They're marching with banners and flags, and Pac 70 is for boys grades 1 through 5, and boys from Foxborough and surrounding towns are welcome. They plan fun events including Pinewood Derby, Rocket Blast, fishing, camping, and much, much more. Cub Scouts instills values such as citizenship, teamwork, honesty, and respect while having lots of fun doing it. Contact their Cub Master, Tom, for more information at TESPOG, that's TESPOG, at hotmail.com, or visit their website, www.pac70foxborough, spelled the right way, UGH, .scoutlander.com. It's great to have them with us, and then following right behind is the American Legion Band out of Waltham. The Waltham American Legion Band was founded in 1946 by Dorothy Dot Slammin' Hill and her husband Joseph, for whom the Waltham Legion Post is named. Following her husband's death, Dot became director of the band and served in that position until her retirement in 1996. Let's take a set and listen. Dot and her band were famous throughout Massachusetts, New England, and most of the 50 states, including Hawaii. Foreign travels for the band include Ireland, England, and the famous parade through Red Square in Moscow. Dot passed away in September of 2004. Thank you for coming. Next, we have the Hockomock YMCA. The Hockomock YMCA is a nonprofit organization servicing men, women, and children of all ages, ethnic origins, and religious affiliations and socioeconomic levels, united in a common effort to positively influence the quality of life of its members, families, and communities. Based on the foundation of Judeo-Christian values, their programs and activities emphasize the development of the whole person in spirit, mind, and body, and are available to all individuals regardless of their ability to pay. Next, we have the Taylor Twirlers. Great to see the Taylor Twirlers twirling their Taylor pride. The synchronicity, the athletic skill, the batons. It's a beautiful day and beautiful girls twirling and strutting their stuff. Thank you to Taylor Twirlers for coming to the Foxborough Founders Day Parade. Next, we have the Union Church of South Foxborough, located at 384 South Street. They have Vacation Bible School, Weird Animals Float, which is the theme for this year's Bible School. Evenings, the VBS dates are July 7th to the 11th for kids. For information, go to union-church.com. It's great to see Scott Daniels driving the Union Church float on his John Deere. Scott, of course, a member of the Foxborough Cable Access family. While we have a small break in the parade, we are going to talk about something that just happened this past Tuesday at a Foxborough Board of Selectmen meeting. Foxborough Cares had a logo contest, and the town of Foxborough was born out of a sense of community, which, since the beginning, became a bond which united friends and neighbors who, as caring people, created a caring community. Their sense of community is who we are, but as often as we may use or write the phrase, it would become more a part of us if that which we feel and believe and practice could be emboldened and embraced in an image, an icon, if you will, so that countless acts of reaching out could be instantly identified as something which took root in a caring community. Who we are, according to Jock Athlete, is Foxborough Cares. They took the concept to Foxborough Public Schools, and the K-12 art department head, Kelly Arcacha, who selected high school art students Lindsay Cuniff, Molly Slyman, Rachel McLaughlin, Christina Politano, and Matt Mello to work on a project. The project created a design which was voted upon and adopted by Foxborough Board of Selectmen. So look out for the Foxborough Cares logo. Look out also for TD Bank North, actually TD Bank, which is located here on Central Street in beautiful Foxborough, your community bank. Next up is Pack 110 Cub Scouts, 116, sorry, Cub Scouts. Out of the Taylor School, the 116 Cub Scouts are here for scouting. Happy camping and happy members make up Pack 116. Next up is your New England Patriots. The Ancient Mariners, proud to show their Patriot pride as well as all the athletics here in Foxborough. The Ancient Mariner, and there's Joyce, welcome, is a great restaurant and watering hole located on Mechanic Street here in Foxborough. A fantastic place. I conduct a lot of my business at the Ancient Mariner. I hope to see you there sometime soon. And here comes a punch buggy. If you're sitting next to somebody, give them a punch on the shoulder and yell, "Punch Buggy Orange." That's Bob Stocks driving his VW. And next up, we see the Foxborough Lions Club. The Foxborough Lions Club celebrates Foxborough Gives Sight with their iMobile. By conducting vision screenings, equipping hospitals and clinics, distributing medicine, and raising awareness of eye disease, the Lions work toward their mission of providing vision for all. They've extended their commitment to sight conservation through countless local efforts and through their international Sight First program, which works to eradicate blindness. Foxborough Lions Club, bringing sight to many. And next up, we see the St. Mark's Episcopal Church. It's great having St. Mark's at the parade today. And they're driving, well, they're not driving, but a member is driving a 1931 Model A Ford. And they're a very active church here in Foxborough, located on South Street. The first recorded meeting was on April 30th, 1890, believe it or not. And in June of 1946, St. Mark's established the Trading Post Consignment Shop, which is still in operation today, and I'm looking right at it across from my elite broadcast booth here with Foxborough Cable Access live coverage. Steve Pine is driving, and he reminds us that a trunk is called a trunk because in the olden days, trunks were strapped to the back of the vehicles. Hopefully that was all. And next we have the Elite Dance Center. Welcome to the Elite Dancers. They're dancing their way through the parade. The Elite Dance Center offers classes for both children and adults. They offer many styles of dance, including hip hop, ballet, tap, Zumba, Irish step, acrobats, belly dancing, and many more in aerobics. They offer birthday parties for all ages as well. Contact the Elite Dance Studio. They're located at 121 Main Street here in beautiful Foxborough, Mass. Next up, we see the lovely marching band of the Blackstone Millvale School District. Welcome to the HeartNet Band, consisting of more than 125 students in grades 7 through 12, based out of Blackstone Millvale. A flag corps and a band. Let's sit on back and enjoy the music. Next up, we see the Foxborough High School class of 1964 celebrating 50 years since graduating. They just celebrated their reunion as part, and they decided they'd walk in this year's parade. And walk they do. Here they come. While we're waiting for the class of 64 to make their way down Central or up Central Street, I'm joined by Jim DeVellis. Jim is a member of our Board of Selectmen and one of the leaders who made the Foxborough turf field up at the high school a reality. Jim, what a great project.
Oh, thanks, Bob. And thanks for the invite to sit with you for a little bit. This is a fantastic day.
Well, I'm glad you could take the time. I know that you've had a busy morning already doing all your community work as well as marching in the parade with your other 4 selectmen.
Yep. And I threw all my candy really early and marched halfway without it, and I was being heckled for having no candy.
Well, you know, you can't please anybody all the time. You can't please some of the time, and frankly, I never please anybody any of the time, but it's all good. Next up, we see the Foxborough Regional Charter School Falcons.
Oh, beautiful. And a little music.
And a little music is always good. The class of 64. Not only do they have class, but they are a class.
Yep, and the charter school's been with us for a number of years and fits very well into our community.
Go Falcons. And I tell you what, one of the recent additions they made, I won't say an addition, but the upgrade they made to their facility is just beautiful. If you've not been in that school in the last few years and seen their fantastic expansion project, and you see the basketball hoop there on their float, that is probably the pride of their facility. I've had the honor to referee some games in there, and it's just a class facility. So a good project, a good program, and a great school. It's glad to have them as part of the Foxborough community.
And over the last few years, it's really grown. And yeah, you're right. If you go into the gymnasium, it's a fantastic building, and they've invited the Foxborough teams to play in there, and it's a great school.
Along with that, we now have the St. Albans Masonic Lodge. The Masons are a home to a diverse group of over 150 men from many walks of life, and they're focused on providing for our community and enjoying the benefits of Masonic fellowship. Most of the Brothers of St. Albans work or reside in Foxborough and surrounding towns. It has been in existence, Jim, I guess you didn't know this, for over 200 years.
I didn't know that.
St. Albans was chartered in 1818.
Let's hear it for the Masons. And it looks like we have the Brownie troop going by as well.
It's always good to see Brownies. Glad to have them in this year's parade, as well as all the other Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Brownies. It's a good program.
Who's coming up next, Bob?
Well, these would be the Masons. So as we're waiting for the Masons to make their way through, did you get a chance to read the new book by Jeff Peterson, former editor of the Foxborough Reporter and current publisher of the Sun Chronicle, which is the Foxborough Reporter's parent paper?
Nope, but I got to say I did see it on your show. I saw the interview with Mr. Peterson, and I brought my $20 to buy an autographed one today.
And that's great because he's going to be down at the field, and the book is called Legendary Locals of Foxborough. Legendary Locals of Foxborough is a compilation of people, and it's organized in a really cool way. There's also couples who have been an impact on Foxborough and make it part of the Foxborough community. It's a great book. It's a very, very interesting read. And our own Paul Beck, who is the director for today's Foxborough Cable Access broadcast, is featured in one of these snippets, as well as a couple other of the volunteers who make Foxborough Cable Access truly a piece of our community.
Well, it's absolutely a beautiful book.
It really is, and I hope everybody realizes that Jeff is going to be down at the field activities today to sign copies. So if you want to buy a copy, go on down to the field.
And it's fun, you know, the local legends, and there's a lot of people from the past, but just flipping through it quick, you see Marge and Jack Arthurlet, and a lot of people still are very, very active in the community.
That is correct. And while the Foxborough Police take care of a medical emergency, I'd like to remind everybody that the Foxborough JCs, who you now see on your screen, featuring the Gobshites this year. Since 1961, the Foxborough JCs are a dynamic and enthusiastic group providing civic service through the organized efforts of the people and community to promote the welfare of Foxborough and its citizens through active, constructive projects. They also provide their membership training and leadership and civic consciousness. They meet the second Wednesday of every month at the Foxborough Community Center. Go on down, be a JC, because service to community is the best work of life. Let's sit back and listen to the Gobshites.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to walk around town and not see something that the JC has not, and there's Linda Walsh, has not had their hands in. You know, every week they're doing something.
Former Selectman Linda Walsh, current columnist Bob Gillis, all sorts of good folks. And next we have up a 1930 pickup driven by Ed Schnurr. Ed is driving it. He's not going too fast, so I think we'll be safe. Jim, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. You don't see many of those around anymore.
No.
I like the mustache.
Too many Eds or too many pickup trucks?
Oh, what a beautiful car.
And next up is the Bethany Congregational Church. Their float is not really a float. It's more of the members who are showing their church pride and also pride in Foxborough. This year's theme, Jim, is Foxborough Athletics. And so we've got a couple of the Bethany Bombers out there.
Excellent.
Bethany Church, of course, has services, and their new pastor is Pastor Derek. A great addition to our community, and we look forward to knowing him for years to come.
It is a beautiful Corvette.
That is a pretty Corvette. So we were talking about the field activities. What's one of your favorite field activities? In addition to the strawberry shortcake.
You know, I like the food.
Well, after this, I'm going to head on down. I'm going to be working with the Foxborough JCs as we grill up some burgers and dogs and hopefully make some people happy. I know that this year there's going to be kettle corn by the JCs, but it's not just about JCs. There's lots of food down there. The Rotary Club always has their chuck wagon. Many, many organizations come down and really do their best to make it an enjoyable day for everybody.
Yeah, and it's nice because when you go to the booth, you don't know what you're going to expect. Every year they have different volunteer groups that set up different tables. We've had the dunk tank, we've had animals, we've had helicopters landing.
So this year, Jim, I wanted to finish the piece about Foxborough Cares. That's a logo. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about it, being that you're on the Board of Selectmen.
Yep. I think what happened was Jack Arthurlet reached out to the school, the art department, and the graphic art girls and boys over there and said, look, there's so many people that come into town with good hearts and good projects. Is there some kind of marketing or some type of branding that we can put it all together? So they came in front of the selectmen a couple weeks ago, and they gave us 4 different options. And basically it says Foxborough Cares, and the art department, the graphic department, presented 4 choices, and the selectmen picked one, which basically says Foxborough at the top with 2 hands and a heart in it, and it says Cares. So I think over time what you're going to see is when you see Foxborough Cares, and you're going to understand that it's a volunteer group or someone trying to do something good for the town.
That's great. And as we were talking about that, we also saw Jeff McCormick. Jeff McCormick is running independent for governor. Thank you, Jeff, for coming out and making Foxborough part of your day. Next, we have the Norwood Colonial Boys. Let's sit back and listen, Jim. Jim, did you know that the Norwood Colonial Boys Band have been marching in the parade since the very first one, and they march all over New England. But they make Foxborough part of their day.
I didn't know that. What is this? This is the 26th
I
year?
believe so.
26
Yes,
years. Fantastic.
And we just enjoyed seeing some of the equipment by Turf Pro. Turf Pro has been serving Foxborough since 1986. Located in Foxborough, they provide environmentally friendly lawn programs for people in Norfolk County. They take pride in providing. That's a tough word, that whole pride thing. Foxborough Pride. They take pride in providing lawn care services the right and environmentally friendly way. Well, Monica Fizzler, who will be my guest later on, she wrote my script for me, so I'll be having to do a couple tongue twisters with her. Here we are with the 20th Mass Voluntary Infantry Band. They're a Civil War reenactment group, and they try to recreate with historical accuracy the life and time of the American Civil War. Their mission is to inform the public about the Civil War heritage. There they go, boys. And did you know that they also have an encampment in front of Memorial Hall?
Oh, I didn't know that. So they set up there probably this morning.
They do, and I think they'll be there throughout the day. So if kids and families want to go see the 20th Mass Volunteer Infantry Group, they should.
So as we wait a little bit, a quick shout out. You mentioned Monica Fizzler. The poor woman's been a wreck all week trying to put all this together. And the gods have been nice to her. It's nice and sunny and shining. And it's actually so much work that her group, I think she's president of the JCs this year. And, I went by the booth last night, and they had security out there. Everything was set up probably about 11 o'clock at night, and people were still working. So, Jim, now would be a great time to talk, while we have a quick break in the parade, about something that's near and dear to your heart, the turf field. Sure, yep. Now, there's a dedication coming up this coming Thursday, June 12th, is it? Yep, Thursday at quarter of 6, so 5:45 over at the high school. Mm-hmm. And we've invited Sam Burns' parents to come and just kind of share a few thoughts. And I know I'm hoping that a lot of the kids will come, and a lot of the people that have been using the field since the fall will come out and just say, this is what the community is about. It's a group that's worked hard since 2008 to raise money and do the design and get it built, and people are enjoying it now. Well, what a great field that is, and you've put so much work into it, and congratulations to you as well as to the NFL through the work of Bob Kraft to get a large donation, and the rest of the community for coming together, passing it at town meeting, and it is in use heavily already. Yeah, they start as early as 6 in the morning before school. If you remember, the spring was tough. All the fields were closed, so it was a bottleneck to use the turf. So now it's being scheduled, and between the youth sports and the high school sports, it's working out very well. Speaking of sports, for the last seems like 2 hours, we've been watching the Foxborough Youth Baseball and Softball program go by. What a lot of people. That's great to see. I was talking earlier with the committee chairman, Cindy Hadda-Drew, about the theme this year, Foxborough Sports and Athletics, and of course youth sports is such an integral part of who we are, but also part of growing up, and what a great way to participate than being on a team, learning how to win, and learning how to lose. Yes, yep. There's a lot of winning and losing in Foxborough. I tell you, over the years, it used to be 1 or 2 seasons. Now there's all 4 seasons of the sports going on in town. Soccer used to be 1 season, now it's 2 and 3. We've got indoor facilities, outdoor facilities, and it's fantastic. Right now we see going by the New England Truck and Tractor Association. And these are all tractors not from my garage, but from the past. In the lead, there's Paul Dean. Looks like he's going to win the race. What do you think? Boy, 1947, 1946. What great machines. these guys look like they have a lot of fun doing this
They
too.
do indeed. So also with the turf field, the dedication is for Sam Burns. And Sam Burns, not only a big piece of who we've identified ourselves with as a community in Foxborough these last few years, but also nationally through the HBO documentary special, really the face of progeria disease. And Sam worked tirelessly right up to the end to publicize the cause and, along with his parents, to work towards a solution, work towards a cure.
Yep,
And how great is it that the field is being dedicated? How did that come about?
I think what, from the beginning it was a community field and it didn't have a name, and which was fine. But I think after Sam's passing, the children of the school got together.
Right now, real fast, the
sure.
Play 60 bus, sponsored by the New England Patriots and the NFL. The Play 60 bus is joining our parade this year with defensive tackle Silver Siliga and Patriots defensive tackle Chris Jones. They're riding along with members of the Kraft organization and 10 seniors from the Foxborough Senior Center who are participating in the center's Aging Mastery program. Also on the bus are 10 to 15 Patriot junior cheerleaders, and they're handing out Patriot stickers, bracelets, necklaces, and other items. Welcome to the Montessori School. Kingswood Montessori has been a participant in the Founders Day Parade previously. Children from the Montessori will be wearing their school t-shirts, and there they are, bright red, can't miss them. Member of Foxborough since 1968. They're also with a group of parents interested by providing Montessori education for and to their children. Next up, Jim, before we get back to talking about the life and legacy of Sam Burns, we have the Foxborough Lacrosse Group. Go Warriors! Here comes Foxborough Lacrosse, founded in 2003 by a half dozen volunteers passionate about the game. Their first season offered a boys' youth program with 3 age groups. The following season, they expanded, offered it to girls, and now it encompasses all ages from 1st through 8th grades with over 220 young players. Hello, lacrosse.
I got to say this, my son Brian driving.
Is it really?
What a great youth group. The lacrosse boys and girls teams are really expanding, and you see a lot of the mothers and fathers and family walking with them.
That's your truck too, isn't it?
It is, and 11:30 last night the radiator blew, and 2 in the morning we were fixing it.
Well, and I thank you for taking the time to join me, because they never say that a volunteer doesn't have enough to do. Yeah. You have more than enough to do, and yet you took the time to sit with me today as we bring today's parade live to folks on cable access at fcatv.org/live or on Comcast 8 or on Verizon 39. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled that you asked me. And just as just going back quickly, the Play 60, just to thank the Kraft organization, because that came with a nice sizable grant or a gift to do a playground at the IGO school.
Oh, that's great. Oh, and I saw that at the IGO school. They were out there along with tight end Rob Gronkowski and Rob Kraft to give that donation at the IGO school. And I understand that he doubled the donation, actually. It was originally $30,000.
30, and he doubled it to 60.
Speaking of schools, there goes the wonderful float by the Ahern Middle School. Great to see them out there. Again, the theme is Foxborough Sports and Athletics. Coming up next in the parade, Jim, is Foxborough Boy Scout Troop 32. They've been performing in this community for over 75 years. And within the past 12 months, 8 of the troop scouts have attained the rank of Eagle Scout. The boys have recently returned from a whitewater rafting trip on the Deerfield River in Western Mass. Troop 32 is a boy-led organization which prepares young men to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them values of Scout Oath, Scout Law. And next up is Foxborough Girl Scouts, growing girls with courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place. Girls can participate in the troop as an individual in summer and vacation camps and through council and service unit events. Please visit www.girlscoutseasternmass.org for more information. Jim, I know that you've got places to go and you are very busy on this beautiful day. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk a little bit about the day, Founders Day, and also the Sam Burns Field. I look forward to seeing you and everybody else up at the field on Thursday for the dedication ceremony.
Truly a pleasure. I'm having a blast. So thank you. Thanks for the invite. And everybody in Foxborough, come down to Founders Day, spend some time down there. A lot of volunteer groups, and it's a beautiful day.
Thank you, Jim DeVella, Selectman here in Foxborough.
Okay, best of luck, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you. Learning through art. We have the Family Child Care Professionals Network. They're a child care license providers that provide it in their homes. They're marching today with their clients. And next we have the Foxborough Junior Warriors hockey program. They have hockey teams that compete in different divisions of the junior high school hockey league that's run out of the Foxborough Sports Center. Foxborough Sports Center is a great ice rink. If you've not been there, come on down. 2 sheets of ice. Here they have 2 teams that compete in the Winter League and 1 team in the Summer League. Their players are all currently Foxborough residents and range in age from grades 6 to 8, or on average from 11 to 14 years of age. Great to have the hockey crew here. Of course, their skates don't work too well on pavement. Now that's a fine looking Cobra. Next up we have the Fans of Founders Day. That's a group of lifelong residents who just enjoy the parade and enjoy participating as a group. It's great to see the Friends of Foxborough Founders Day. And I do believe they are happy. And now I'm joined by my good friend, Monica Fizzler. Monica Joshi Fizzler, how are you doing?
Good,
I don't
how
think
are
you're
you?
supposed to kiss a microphone because it bumps. But for those of you at home, I just got a little sugar from my friend Monica. Monica and Dave, of course, are longtime JCs. She's also been on the advisory committee. Lovely mother to her lovelier daughter. And where is she? I thought she was going to join us
She
today.
was. She's hanging out with some friends.
Well, you tell her. I've got her headphones set up right here. For those of you who aren't watching, it's right here. I was hoping to see her. I hope to see her next year to give a child's view of the wonderful day. And what a wonderful day it is today.
Amazing. We couldn't have asked for better weather.
Last up, we have Pacella Construction and Excavating. They're bringing up the end of the parade, as always.
They are, and we're thanking everybody. We've got a nice new banner on the back.
Well, let's talk about Founders Day. Founders Day is not only a fantastic day for the parade, but the field activities as well. And how did you get involved with Founders Day?
I actually got involved from being a Foxborough JC. That was my second very big project, running concessions. So we are one of a couple of vendors down there that have concessions. So as a nonprofit organization, it's one of our biggest fundraisers. So we love being out there. The weather helps tremendously.
Yep.
So if you're down at the field, stop on by. We've got concessions, hot dogs, hamburgers, kettle corn this year.
Kettle corn is a beautiful thing. And did you know that with the field activities, the only people that are down there selling are nonprofit organizations. So it's not a money-making venture for profitable organizations. It is for the nonprofit. So anybody who's a fan here in Foxborough or a fan of Foxborough should make their way down to the field for some fellowship, friendship, and food. And fun.
Can't forget the fun.
I had mentioned earlier that there are many things going on in Foxborough this weekend. In addition to the 20th Massachusetts Infantry Reenactors, they've got a camp pitched on the grounds of Memorial Hall. But going down to the field itself, there's also many class reunions. There's a rock climbing wall by the Massachusetts National Guard. What other things are down there? I know the JCs have pony rides.
The JCs have pony rides. We've got the YMCA, who's got a few inflatables, obstacle course set up.
Okay.
We've got the fire department, who's going to be down doing a demonstration. I can't tell you exactly what the demonstration is because it changed.
Well, it's going to be a surprise. So I guess the only way for people really to know what's going on is to go
come
down to the field.
Absolutely. And not just during the day. In the evening, we also have fireworks. So.
Yes, indeed. And with the fireworks, we also have the Galley Dogs playing tonight from 7 o'clock to 9. So it's a good time to be had. Bring your blanket, your chair. Do not bring alcohol. Do not bring dogs. Bring yourself and your fun and your family. The fireworks, I think, are one of the best fireworks anywhere ever. And I don't go to any other fireworks displays because I have Foxborough's fireworks and I don't need any more.
Absolutely. I felt the same way. The first year I was here and I saw the fireworks, I kept thinking, these are incredible.
It is an astounding display. So much credit. And I always wondered if it was because nobody else has a celebration day, in this area at least, on Founders Day other than So we don't get a diluted product by them being everywhere. We get their best efforts.
Absolutely.
So it is great to have that. Plus we have the Doll Carriage Parade at 1 o'clock.
We do. We have the Doll Carriage Parade with a special guest appearing.
A special guest. Ooh.
It's a secret. You're going to have to come down and see who it is.
Well, I guess so.
And then we also have a band playing throughout the day. It's a jazz band.
Yep.
So they will be down there all day providing live music.
I think the Bay State Stompers are going to be down there as well.
They are amazing lineup. Unbelievable. Through the parade, through the field, through the evening. It's an amazing day. I'm proud to say I live in Foxborough.
It's a beautiful day that can only be matched by the beautiful work that comes together by the volunteers. Are there any messages that the Foxborough Founders Day Committee would like to send out to everybody for this year? I know the theme is Foxborough Athletics and Sports.
Absolutely. We are always looking for volunteers. Just feel free to contact us.
And how would they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call me. They can call my cell phone. Or they can reach out to foxboroughfoundersday.com, and it's UGH.
Spelled the correct way.
It is, and there are email addresses for us. They can email us, and we'll be happy to contact them. It's just a lovely organization, and any of our nonprofit organizations here in town are doing an amazing job. And throughout the year, we all strive for this day.
And it's always great when the day turns out beautiful. I know that it goes on even in bad weather. Last year was such a coming together, and last year was the 25th anniversary, which was a wonderful celebration, and it rained, but the way the entire community, particularly the highway department, the schools, all the volunteers to move it up to the parking lot at the high school, that was a great day itself. But this is even better because the day is perfect.
Can't ask for better weather.
Cannot ask for better weather, cannot ask for a better person to be part of this.
Thank you,
It's all
Bob.
volunteer led. You should get involved, you should volunteer.
Absolutely.
And for those of you who have joined me and my various guests, Cindy Haddad-Drew, Jim DeVellis, and Monica Fizzler, I'm Bob Hickey on behalf of all the volunteers of Foxborough Cable Access. Thank you for taking the time to watch with me Founders Day Parade 2014. Have a great day, Foxborough.
I know it. You guys are wonderful. Part of the sign's still there. Absolutely. That's a landmark. Hey, don't look bad. That's one. Find the tonight. Come on, we're nine.